Hello everyone, welcome to Godzilla Unleashed on PS2. So, the first half of this Dread Plays is, the first 4 episodes, I think it's 4 fractions in this game, will be of the PS2 version, which is what we'll be doing, and then the last half will be of the PlayStation, will be of the Nintendo Wii one. You may hear something staticky sounding. I think that's my PS2. It's just like the fan and stuff, the components running, so it's like a PS2. But the noise it makes when the fan's on, and due to my microphone being like picking up on a lot of noise, even the tiniest noise it'll probably pick up. It's probably picking up on that. But anyway. So, we'll do story mode, because that's what we're doing, and yes, I've unlocked all the characters, by just playing it normally, and using cheats for like points and stuff, but anyway. So, the kaiju we're picking for the first episode, because we'll do Earth Defenders, and then we'll do GDF, and then Mutants, and then, actually, it'll be GDF, and then Aliens, and then Mutants. Mutants will be last. They'll be like, because they were introduced in this game. So yeah. Anyway, let's do it then. So anyway, so let's pick in this case. I'm thinking of picking Anguirus. So why not? Or you know what? Let's pick Anguirus. So okay. Yeah, day 17. Well, the first day. Yes, so I'll be quiet for this cutscene. So, Monster Island. Breakout. Meteors have struck the Monster Island containment complex. These meteors are producing anomalous crystal formations. The crystals are also weakening the force field barriers, and there's a high probability that the monsters will try to escape the island. So let's begin.
Our lunar sensors have detected multiple objects heading directly toward Earth.
Are they alien ships?
No, sir. Readings indicate that they're asteroids. Hundreds of them.
But why didn't our deep space probes pick them up before now?
That's what's so strange. They just appeared, materialized out of nowhere.
They're headed right for us.
Oh,
there isn't time to launch countermeasures. Send out a global alert. How long till impact?
Does that answer your question?
Check on the monsters. Those meteors may have damaged the force field barriers.
The island's taken several small hits, but something strange is happening. It looks like some kind of crystal formations. They're growing from the impact points.
I've got a hunch the Vortak are behind this. An invasion can't be far behind. Right now, we've got to keep the monsters from escaping the island.
Just had to turn up the volume on, like turn on the thing so it plays my headphones. So yeah, that's what I was just doing. Anyway, yeah. The reason I'm not playing Godzilla Simulator is because I don't have my original Xbox here. It's at my grandma's. So I am going to ask probably this Saturday if she could bring it. But I don't know yet. Anyway. Okay. Okay then. So let's go fight Destroyer, and then yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, that's the health bar for Destroyer. Okay. I am just gonna take off my headphones. I figured why not? Just then it's easier for me to like concentrate. Yeah, because it is quite loud. I shouldn't have Anyway, I was getting used to the controls again because I'm using the Nintendo Wii version a bit. Because that's the version I'm more used to playing. Because, yeah, anyway. And also, if you're wondering about my thoughts on the Godzilla Save the Earth Mecha mod thing, that Goji Rex, I think his name is, the guy who did the Godzilla show what mod's doing with some of like other Godzilla fans. I'm looking forward to it. I do hope, if you're watching this Goji Rex, if you ever do plan on adding other monsters that aren't the ones that didn't win the vote, like Amoebas and stuff. If you had the Amoebas, for example, would you consider also adding the other two space amoeba creatures? If you managed to add in stuff like Ebra, because Meganoids and Ebra, you probably do like the same moveset probably. I'm not a modder, so I don't know, but it's just I actually like to see because again, in my opinion, if you have like one space amoeba kaiju in like the thing, one of the trio of that movie, like Amoebas or Ganymedes, you'll need the other two like that weren't there. So yeah. Anyway, that's good. Anyway, let's continue. Now, this is going to be Angular's campaign in one video. I figured because it makes sense, because if I split it up, it'll be a long series. It'll just be too long. So I figured doing it like this, good idea. So yeah. Anyway.
You have something, Miku?
Sir, this is a completely different crystal than what we've been seeing. Look at these radiation readings. They're off the charts. It's just surging with some strange alien force.
Yes, and the monsters. They'll be drawn to that radiation.
So it's good.
We better scramble a mecha unit to that location ASAP. We'll see if it can recover a sample for Dr. Shirayama.
But, sir, we can't predict what effects the crystal radiation might have on our mecha. We might be placing them in danger.
Yes, if you own my PS2, it's a modded version because I have some Ultraman games and was a training battle, and I'm like, fuck it, I want to get a modded version. I used to have the PS2, it's not modded, but I got a modded version because why not? Without the cables, of course, but it's just then I could have like a version I could play. So I could play like Ultraman and stuff. So yeah, and also sorry about the black bars. I was originally going to have like a border, but I decided not to because I want to just record. I may add it in like probably post-production. Well, actually no, because my face cam, so that'll be a bit of a hassle. So yeah, so anyway. And so if it looks a bit bright and also a bit like offset, I'm using like a weird box that allows it to play in HD, so it's just a HDMI. Since I used to have a capture card that allowed AVs, but I don't have it anymore because it's broke. So that's the thing. If I remember it broke, I don't know. Oh, that's good, it's fine. And it may lag, but again, that's a PS2. Like, if I remember, some PS2 games did sometimes lag, or something like this. Maybe it was just a frame rate. No, it's not a frame rate. Yeah, so, anyway. To be honest, if it doesn't lag too often, it kind of makes it feel like a monster movie, like a kaiju movie. Yeah, but I don't like lag either way. But I hate it even more if it's constant. So yeah. How do you run? Because that's not even good all the time. Unless it's just me getting through to the Nintendo Wii version. Like a sprint. With Angus, it's been like this kind of into a ball. I really do hope we get Toho, please just do a remaster of these two games and add more kaijus. That would be so cool. I doubt they'll ever, but hey, if we got Godzilla fans need to rise up. Since the Giga Bash DLC happened, me and other Godzilla fans, I bet you, have been wanting. I can speak for myself, but not other Godzilla fans, so I don't know. But I've probably been wanting the other Godzilla fans a Godzilla Pipebox Trilogy remaster, and I would fucking love that as well. Because my first Pipebox Trilogy game was Godzilla Save the Earth, and that game I loved. Like, it was just such a fun game. It was before I even got original Xbox, because it was backwards compatible with Xbox 360. So I played it on my Xbox 360 and I loved it. But of course, I don't know why Toe's like. I guess Toe's like, yeah, because I bet you if they announce it, oh my god, that'll be like a day to be. That made no sense, but yeah, it'll be a massive day probably. And hopefully it's not. And if they did, let's hope it won't be a buggy mess. Because lately a lot of remasters have been not that good, or remakes. For example, if you think about it, GTA Definitive Edition, that was like 3 big games. I know it's like why am I comparing Godzilla getting with GTA Definitive Edition, but remember that they're part of the same like console generation a bit. And if you think about it, like Toho might hire an inexperienced studio to remake the game, and it turns out to be another GTA, which we don't want. If you think about it, because I'll just put a stage track in, a save on Godzilla games. I like the PS4 game, but that's because I guess because it's just archaic, and also because I like how it's like almost like a modern day version of Rampage. But for the price, I didn't get it like for £60, which is what it would be in this country in the UK. I got it like about, if I remember correctly, a tenner at the time before it went over price. It was at the time I was still on like the digital stuff, but I got it physically. And yeah, and also because that was my first PS4 game, so it's near dear to my heart. Even though my PS4 is like dead now, because it always makes it makes a louder noise that sounds like it's trying to read a disc, even though there's no disc inside it, which I don't know why it does that. But anyway, now let's do Rumble in the Surf. Oh, it's gonna have 4 fucking kaijus as the opponents, isn't it? Oh, fucking fantastic. But yeah, if I remember, this would be about 17 days. Not in real life. If you haven't played this game before, I mean, like in the game, but you have to like play it. And it's like to stop the Crystal Invasion or to help it. But yeah, anyway, yeah. And then yeah, pretty much. Anyway, I am thinking of if I should do a second video of this game today, or do the second episode of TCRMO. I'm kind of in like, well, okay, I will probably do the second video of the game today, but I don't know yet. But the TCRMO, I am going to start working today for my viewers that are wondering, because I need to like seriously work on the second episode, because the first episode is already done, so I need to do the script for the second episode, do all the video assets, and then yeah. And also research of like, because even though it's my own version of the MonsterVerse, it still has some events that are from the movies and stuff. So for example, like, and comics as well. Like yeah, but the way it's different than the movies, if you're wondering. So it was around the Jan and stuff, but the way it's different is that it will also kind of count as my own continuation. Because again, it's before Origins has ever came out. This is, and it's just based on how I would continue it. And it's also adding in, and also one of the seasons, will have stuff like the backstory of like Monarch discovering Behemoth, for example, T2M, the Crystal Myth organization, exposing it. Because I figured have it be like some point Monarch discovers creatures like Behemoth after Godzilla 2015 would make more sense. Because if you think about it, like, yeah, and also there will be some differences in terms of like, this is going to be a bit of a spoiler. Godzilla, the events of Godzilla Awakening sort of take place in 1954 and not throughout the 50s and 40s, because yeah. It's to fit the whole thing with Godzilla being awakened in 1954. And then for those wondering about Godzilla, about Shinamura and the Great Smog of London, I'm going to use, I swear there was a theory that I remember reading. I don't know what theory it was, but I remember hearing a theory that the Great Smog of London was probably caused by Shinamura. And this is not a spoiler, it's just like, that's what I'm going to use as the thing that caused the Great Smog of London in the MonsterVerse. Is Shinamura, which kind of makes sense. I'm still keeping the whole thing of Shinamura being awakened during the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, but in this case it's just like just staying under the radar. The kaijus that I'm doing for like after the Godzilla 2 arc, if I remember correctly, or the King of Monsters arc, or I think it's actually Godzilla's, I don't know which one, but but basically there will be a bit of where this is not me spoiling it, but I am going to do it like in this universe, after Dr. Suicide died in King of the Monsters, when Mark Russell became director of Monarch, and I'm going to be like, if I was the head of Legendary, I'll keep like the actor Mark Russell involved with the films. Just as like, because that's kind of my problem with the current with probably Origins, that we don't know. Because if Mark Russell ain't coming back, I know he probably isn't. I know he's not that important, but come on, like, because it's just because they have it like, yeah, Monarch's still a thing, and they can have like, yeah. But yeah, I would have had it be like, when Mark Russell became head of Monarch, he makes it less secretive, which makes sense. Since if you think about it, that's probably one of the problems was with Dr. Sozar's leadership, was that they had to keep it more secretive due to the era he's raised in. What I mean by that, like the era of Monarch. He was raised in the era of Monarch where it wasn't that secretive. Well, was secretive, I should say. What the hell's wrong with me? Where they had to keep things under wraps, and then when Godzilla was exposed to be shown to the world. Yeah. But anyway,
Ladies and gentlemen,
and I am gonna probably add the script in the description of the video. So if anyone doesn't know how to understand the dialogue, I'll add the script in the description. Then it's because again, probably like my voice or something, or just how I edited it. So yeah. And another thing, because I know I could just add it sometimes, but I don't know how you do that. I know I can search it up, but then like if I'm going to add timestamps, which is going to be a bit annoying because I guess you have to upload it to YouTube, go through it, and that's just going to be hassling it off itself if I have to do it for every single one. So it'll just be easier to do it via thing in the description. But yeah. And yeah, and there will be some other creatures that aren't in the monsters like Anguirus. And okay, I'm gonna explain something since the whole Anguirus thing. So in this version of the Monsterverse, that Anguirus skeleton in King of the Monsters basically isn't Anguirus, and it's not canon. What I mean by that is, like, for example, it's kind of like the whole thing with the Mothra name tag on the thing, the butterflies in Godzilla 17 in Ford's old house. It's kind of like that, where it doesn't mean that's Mothra, it's just an Easter egg. So that Anguirus skeleton will just be an Easter egg, or it could be like a skeleton that the citizens, the civilians of that ancient city created as a way of like, well, yeah, and my version of Anguirus would still be an ally to Godzilla, because I imagine it being like, they're kind of like, they will be allies, but, so, like a brother-in-arms type thing. That's what I always view it as, a brother-in-arms, because it just makes sense, because if you think about it, like, they should be through so much, so it makes sense, anyway. So yeah, the kaijus I do hope are in the Monsterverse. I'll actually name the kaijus I hope are in the Monsterverse, and I'll show the pictures for those who don't know which kaijus I'm talking about. And also for other kaijus. So, so this is like the 5 kaijus I hope are in the Monsterverse. Actually, no, I'll do it probably about 8 or 6. So, so let me actually see the size, because like I'm trying to do it like of like each type. So. Like, so like the factions in this game, so like, yeah, so it'll be 6 in this game. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, okay. Anyway, so number 8 will be, so first 2, which will be part of, what would be part of the Mutants faction in this game. This won't, so one of them will be Megaguirus. And if they did include Megaguirus, I personally think they had to do it as a Wodan solo film. Because I always want to see Wodan fight against Megaguirus. Because it makes sense, because Meganulon, which is part of Megaguirus, first debuted in the Wodan solo film, like in Wodan's first film. The other one I would like to see is Bactra. Because I actually like to see Bactra and have it be like, he's a bit more of like the Venom of Mothra, so like how you kind of like Mothra be like Spider-Man, where she's a bit more, she doesn't kill, like Spider-Man, where he he isn't like Venom. So Venom kills intentionally, while Spider-Man doesn't. So basically, so Mothra, she defends defends people and stuff. Bactra, he does defend people, but unintentionally. He only does it if it involves Earth itself. So say like King Ghidorah. And then for the two alien kaijus, those would be Augur, very obvious, and Gigan. I would like to see Gigan in it at some point, but have it be like probably like Gigan. But it doesn't have to be an alien. You can have it be like an Earth kaiju that was cybernetically made, so like as a cyborg. Then for the global defense for mechas, I would like to see Mogira, but Mogira looking a bit more similar to his Mysterious design. Yes, you heard that right. So from the 1957 Mogira design, because I figured that would be cool to see. The other one I'd like to see would be Mechanicon. I doubt we'll ever see him, but that would be cool, because like, why not? Like, have it be like Kong has to fight against a robot doppelganger. And the way they could do it is like they could have it be like it's kind of like the whole fake Godzilla thing to frame Kong, but in this case not like to frame Kong like how, not like the theories of where it's like Mechagodzilla would have been fake Godzilla to frame Godzilla. No, with to frame Kong is to basically like in this case to like break Kong. So it's a weapon that's meant to not replace Kong or anything, but it can be like it's like a way to experiment. So they could, evil organizations try to experiment with Kong's behavior. That would be cool. So like in this case, to say like if they do Son of Kong, so Kiko, so I think that's his name. You can have it be like Kong is basically or they're trying to lure Kong to kill him. So like almost like I don't know, but something similar to Mechagodzilla, but not at the same time. And then the ones I like to see on Earth Defenders. Some of them aren't really classed as Earth Defenders most stories, but I kind of also do stories I do on the Sevenverse, where it's like Titus was like Earth Defender. The kaiju I like to see will be of course Anguirus, and the other one be Titanosaurus. I know Titanosaurus in Unleashed ain't an Earth Defender, but I like to think of it as like he is an Earth Defender. It's just that he's a bit more like, let's say he's like the Red Hood from DC, where yes he defends, but he's also but he does it in a different way. So you can't say Godzilla's like the Batman, where he defends Earth but doesn't fall to the wrong side. But with Titanosaurus, he defends Earth, but he does sometimes do it wrong. So, like, for example, sometimes attack with fellow Earth defenders. And also, if you think about it, Titanosaurus and Pterodactyls is said to be a peaceful dinosaur, which I'm just going to say kaiju because people probably won't know it's actually called a dinosaur instead. But it's classed as a kaiju if you think about it. Yeah. And they have it be like Titanosaurus due to be classed, and then the reason why he attacked is because he was being mind controlled. So you can have it be like that, but have it be like Titanosaurus is a bit more aggressive, but like aggressive in terms of like he will only attack if it's to defend him or his territory. And I think it'll be cool to have Titanosaurus. Then you can have another like aquatic kaiju from the Toho films. And to be honest, I would love to see him do Titanosaurus. And the way I would do it is have the head be a bit more like a Spinosaurus. Cause like this fan designs where they have Titanosaurus head a bit Titanosaurus like. So yeah. Anyway. So yeah, I'm going to have to really concentrate now. Oh, phew. That was a close call, my bloody health. But yeah, I actually like to see Titanosaurus in it. So yeah. Anyway, situate myself quickly. But yeah, I like to see Titanosaurus in it at some point. Anyway, yeah. Kaisen's plan.
Good glory.
Let's do invasion, because that was quite important. I'm just gonna have a bit of a drink. I'm doing it like this.
Activate the cloaking
So
shield.
yeah.
Set a course for Earth. Teleporter, the time has come. Release our monsters. Prepare to take
Okay.
Earth.
Well, I could do some drink stays. Anyway. Yeah. The kaijus I also hope to have a movie monster series figure like the vinyl based figures are Kamiba, well, Space Movie Trio especially, but also I would like to see Maguma get one. Yes, you heard that right, Maguma for fucking Gora. And the 1957 version of Mogira and Kamakuris and Kong. Just because, like, that's what I hope. And also Ebiwa as well, and probably Gabiwa. Then yeah, I really hope one day we get a Maguma one. I know it's a very wishful thinking, because it's a kind that nobody knows. It's only appeared in like we've seen in the movies of what it is in Gorath. But it would just be really cool in my opinion to see one as a figure now. Boy, yeah, it's just that like because the problem is that like if you want to portray Maguma if you don't have enough money like me, you're gonna have to either save up a lot of money that you could be using to live, like get food and stuff and pay bills for if you're a collector, like a adult collector, because I think some of the Maguma things are really expensive, or you could go to cheaper out and get just a standard Walrus figure and portray that as Maguma, but they don't really have an accurate portrayal. It's just like it's like really difficult because there are probably some collectors out there that like, want to have an accurate version of Maguma. But if they want to have Maguma in their collection, or just want to have a Maguma in their like fan films, you're going to have to probably use just a generic Walrus. Because Maguma doesn't really have a Walrus style like back thing. It's literally like four-legged or something. So yeah. I also we get a figure of the Frankenstein monster from Frankenstein Conquers the World, and of Shadow Guy from Mutant Kaiju. That would be cool. Anyway. So yeah, I also hope we get a figure of one day of what's a creature called? I hope we get Bachelava figure since they don't the Amago version, and also a figure of what was the creature called? I also hope they do some ones of the Gabawa monsters. I don't know why I was going to say Baragon for some reason. And also, I hope they'll probably do ones of ones that will appear in Gamma Rebirth, most likely, which makes sense. So yeah, I also hope we get ones of that appeared in what was it called? Oh, what's the fucking film?
We have harnessed
I forgot the film.
We will
Just-
make you invincible.
I actually have forgotten.
Activate
Shit.
the transfer.
I hope they actually do one of
It's working.
1956 where that'll be cool. Because one problem with the Mattel version is the wings. Like one is like that and one's like that. Like if you want to have one that's flying, you can't have that. You need to probably buy like the WeatherTech one or something, or I don't know. But that'll be cool to see. Another one I like to see is of Balante Woes and yeah, yeah. A lot of kaijus that haven't got figures in the modern movie about series. By the way, that one. Again, the vinyl figures. So like the ones that like Saluga and stuff. Like they have figures, and I am planning on getting a Saluga figure one day. So yeah. But anyway, though. Oh Jesus Christ! No, there's no. Okay. Anyway, yeah, this is going quite well. I'm actually going to probably enjoy editing this. So yeah. And even if you hear it's still a bit more static, that's fine. Because as long as it's not like that, like so now you can barely hear anything. It's fine. And also because it's my PS2, it's like this spinning and stuff. Oh god. Also, yeah, so, there also something, and also, I was going to say something, so, I have something quite big to announce. The second Gaiaverse film, the one that's the, you know, the University of Godzilla the Radiating King film that I did. Well, the second Gaiaverse film, this is a quick reminder, this could be a reminder. Even though at the end of Godzilla the Radiating King, it said Mogira is next. Spoilers. In the second film, it won't be Godzilla centric and it won't have Mogira in it. That'll be for the third film, which will be another kaiju by this time. The second film, I'll announce soon, once I've done the film. So, like, what I mean by that, so I'll do the film, so basically, the best way to explain it is that, because I'm doing the film with my figures probably. So, yeah. And basically the way I'll do it is I'll announce it, once the film's been done, like edited and filmed, stuff like that, and yeah, basically produced with my figures. And then I'll just that's the ambulance. But yeah, yeah. So it'll be announced when I've done it, because it kind of makes sense. Like they do trailers with the film clips of when they've done the film or when they like done most of the production. If that makes sense, something like that. But I'll do it like after the entire film's done, and then I'll start like doing like the trailers and stuff. Because it just makes sense. And then if I do like cancel it, or replace it with something else, I don't like have the trailers up. And also about that Godzilla fan game, I'm still doing it. I'm just taking a longer break because I need one. So yeah, I am probably going to start getting back to it after I've done the first season of TCOMO and this Skyverse film. And yeah, the Gaiaverse film. You know what? I might give a little teaser at the end of this video. Not like just a teaser. Saying what kaiju is going to be in it. Well, actually, no, I'll tell you it now. So the idea of this film is that it's going to include Rodan. Yeah, so it's a Rodan solo film. Rodan's going to have his King of the Monsters design. I figured that design because even though I'm using some bits of the 1956 Rodan film for like the original Rodans, but the difference is that it won't have exactly a 1956 film in the timeline. It will just be like a similar style where it's like, in this case, two Rodans attack, but in this case they attack America, and that would be like to fit the whole thing with the global ultimate defense network, something like that. Then the enemy kaijus, it's going to be Megaguirus. Yes, Megaguirus. With this is a big just let you know thing. The Meganula and Meganula are going to be betrayed with just generic Dragonfly style figures, because it's just because the ones I found are cheaper, and so I can get multiple to betray like a swarm or horde. So that's why. So if any of you wondering why they don't look like the ones from the movies, it's because that's the reason. So yeah, cause it just makes sense. And I'm also going to announce what the third film's going to be. The third film, and also if you wonder, I already have the Megaguirus figure. I have most of the figures I need of the kaiju, so I've wrote down Megaguirus. I need to get the Meganor and Meganula. But then for the third film, it's called, the Rodan one is called Rodan the Volcanic Terror. The third one called Varan the Sky Demon. Yes, Varan. With I would have the Varan figure and the enemy he's fighting, which is Mogira. Yes, Mogira. And then the kaijus that appear in the fourth film. The fourth film I'm looking forward to making. It's called Gorosaurus Pharaoh Island. Yes, I'm having it be a Gorosaurus film. It's going to be kind of similar to Kong Skull Island, where it's like they go on the island but they don't take the monster back to the mainland. But the difference is that it's the Kong of the movie, you can say, is Gorosaurus, and it will have the skull crawlers in it, and some other creatures from the Kong, previous Kong material, so like Lego Christus or something. The Hadrosaur one, or the Hadrosaur creatures that have like a weird, the one that means Crest from the King Kong 2005 universe. That one will be portrayed as a sauropod, like a Margosaur, because I figured why not. So yeah, because I have to do the figures I have. And then for like ones like in this case, there will be some original ones, but most of the creatures of course on Fire Island I haven't got. So for example like Scorpiopede and stuff I need to get. Anyway, now the fifth film is a Godzilla film again, and it's called Godzilla The Rise of the Mechanical Tyrant. And as you can kind of tell by the name, it's going to be Mechagodzilla as the villain. And in the film, it's going to have Godzilla fight off against Mechagodzilla, with Godzilla teaming up with Anguirus to fit the whole thing like them being allies, if you think about it. But not just that, it will also have the debut of Titanosaurus. My version of Titanosaurus sorry. No! God damn it! No! Ah! No, god damn it! Oh shit! Oh, that sucks. I lost. Anyway, as I was saying, god damn it. Titanosaurus is gonna begin out in like the Godzilla Croctilis style stage from Singular Point, but will evolve into the classic show design. So yeah, just to make people that like modern Titanosaurus in Godzilla Singular Point a little bit happy, hopefully. Who is a fan film, but anyway, let's do all the Alliance ones. Let's do that one. Anyway, yeah, because I'm pretty much nearly towards the end of the game. I just need to do the Go Tengo bit and then the final battle. And then, yeah, it is towards the end of this episode, which is going to be absolutely long. Jesus fuck. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So definitely need to. I'm not going to fight them. I'm just going to destroy the crystals. Just figured out a bit easier. Okay. Yeah, and another thing, there will be probably, if you worry about King Ghidorah, if he's ever going to appear in the Universe, he probably will. Well, he definitely will at some point, but I don't know when. Because it's not like the MCU, but I have it planned out. Because I have to do with the figures I have. And yeah. So you see, I want to include Kamibis. I can't really do that because I have to like find a Kamibis figure, which costs so much fucking money. That yeah. So yeah. So I always hope that I can include Kamibis in like a fan film, but I really can't because it's just really fucking hard to. Because the problem is that I can't find any figures to get because those are too much and they're not movie accurate when it's on all fours. And if anyone's wondering if I'm asking anyone to give me a Kamibis figure, I'm not. You spent your hard-earned money on that, and it's a rare figure, so you keep it. But if you did send one to me for me to keep or use in a video or something, right, I'll be like, why do you have two of a Kamibis figure? Like, what are you, a billionaire? I'm not attacking my audience if you want to, I'm just making a joke. Or if it was for the film, okay, you would just let me know your address so I can send it back when I'm done doing the films. But I doubt anyone out there has a Grievous figure because it's so rare. Like, I doubt even Monster Island Buddies has featured Grievous, and like, yeah. And to be honest, if I ever did get a Grievous figure, and Monster Island Buddies had ever like a PO box, I would send a Grievous figure to him in form of a PO box thing, just because they need funny feature Grievous in his videos. That's why in the Gaiaverse it sent to a 1966, because San and Gaia actually have figures that are not easy to get, but easier compared to the Space Marine trio. So that's why I figured doing San and Gaia as the last Kaiju attack, because it's just easier to find then. But yeah, another thing I like to say is, if anyone knows a good place to find really rare Godzilla figures that ships to the UK, please let me know, because that'll be good. If they ship to the UK, then the criteria is if they ship to the UK, because that's what I need to know. And what I mean by ship, I mean like directly ship, not like you have to do like it through a warehouse, like it ships to the UK, or something like buying. Like what I mean by warehouse, I mean like you order it, you have it sent to a warehouse. Basically like how you will order something from Walmart into the UK, something like that. Not like that, but it directly ships into the UK, or it's something like buying.jp, which I've used to get the Cretaceous King Ghidorah figure that's behind me somewhere. And also the Super X2 little mini thing. Because those were actually quite good to get, in my opinion. Okay, I just need to check. No, I don't want to quit. I just need to check if I defeated this one, but I have to find better ones. No, I don't. That's good. Anyway. But yeah, that's just what I hoped for. But hey, because I just hope that there's a website out there that sells quite obscure kaiju figures, but they ship to the UK. And yeah, and also it ain't a scam website. And if you do find one, like also the other criteria is that it has to be one that you've bought from. Not like if you find one and you have to buy for it to check for me. No, it's not like that. It has to be one you bought from, but you know it fits the criteria. But you don't have to. It's just like a help for a collect if you think about it. But anyway, so gagging up. But yeah, I know people can say, why not just do 3D printing? Well, I don't have a 3D printer, unfortunately. I'm not trying to be nasty to my audience. I'm just not. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't, unfortunately. So that sucks. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, Backtrode Obsidian. Yeah. I also like to see a figure of Obsidian, but I doubt that will ever happen. And Crystal Axon. I doubt that will ever happen because they're game monsters, but like, why not? Like, swear there was a figure of I can't remember. I swear they did if well, I swear. So I try to remember something. I'm going to let the back trail like, go into its Imago stage. Because when they go into Imago stage, they reach full health. Yeah. Come on, Batch, Moth will be very disappointed in you. Oh, come on. Jeez, this is going to be like the longest video I've probably done, so I don't know. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Oh, so apparently it still will deflect the bloody snap. Will it actually deflect snaps? Like that whole shield thing it does, though, I guess, so. Factory, we need to team up against Obsidian. He's a bit more of a danger compared to us. Okay, hold up, listen. Ah! No! No! Fuck! Fucking hell, bitch! Hey, no Obsidian. How are you surviving this temperature, Obsidian? Surely you should be on volcanoes. I can't even get out of that. Oh my god! That was destroyed. Jeez, you just defeated battery, you just destroyed it. Fucking hell. There we go. Anyway, what's next? What's the next level? What's it say? Yep, Flight of the Atragon. Okay, what's this one then? Oh, look, what's this one? Where is the actual battle? This point fits on.
It's consumed you. Magnify your hatred for monsters. How many times have you led men to battle against these devil beasts? Only to be disgraced by one humiliating defeat after another. You want nothing more than to destroy the monsters. Yes, destroy them all. Or die to restore your honor. That is your destiny.
Sir, we have monster sign in this sector.
Good. Full speed ahead. All stations, prepare Atragon for battle.
Let's put this bit. Anyway, now let's fight the Atragon. Or Godzilla in this, because that's what it's actually called. I guess because they went off what it's called in the films. Well, not in the films, but what the first film debuted was named. Which I don't know why do they name it Gotengo, but then name the film Atragon? Does anyone know why actually? Or is it like that's what it's called in the original film or something? But it was just renamed to Gotengo. I just don't know. I might have to look on Wikizilla actually. So yeah. So I do like a cut in between this. Yeah, so you probably see a cut in between just now of where you saw the thing is. I don't know. Got to get my ass booked. Come on. Benny's. Jesus Christ! She's freezing me a bunch, I can't even fight back. I'm actually like through buildings there, am I? Oh my god. Oh my god, I know. What was that for aiming? What the fuck? That was terrible. That was fucking shit aiming me. Of course I dropped the bill because I froze. Oh my god. I can't even fight, like I can't. Come on. Where is it gone? I've killed it. Oh my god, it is actually really annoying. I can't even do anything. Oh my god, it keeps on freezing me, so I can't get a chance to fight. Okay, it's a maze attack or something that's shooting me. I'm gonna have to do it. So any buildings? Build. Okay, throw it. Cause it just flies so high, so I can't hit it. I guess the buildings don't do that much damage, do they? Okay. So let's go down here. Where are you? Hey, you fucker! Or is this button bashing now? I can't, like, it just doesn't let me, like, see, and it doesn't lock on. Okay. Come on! I can't, like, how? I can't. So I gotta like find out what to do. Oh my god! Jesus Christ! I'm scared to come to this side. Jesus Christ! Okay, let's use the tail. Come on! Get out of this ice! I don't have enough time because oh, fuck's sake. It's so high up. Oh my god, stop freezing me! Okay. Look, I can't do it in time because it shoots immediately. Oh my god. Where's it going? Okay. Okay. Oh, sure. Get out. Okay. Okay. We did that. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's done. Okay, that's that bit. What's the next bit? I think it's the follow bar, but I don't know yet. New York. Yeah, okay! Woo!
The meteor that crashed in New York, there's growing activity there. The high frequency waves have intensified. Something's about to happen. Something big. Evil.
I hear you, Miku. I think we're about to find out who or what's behind this crystal flame.
If not the Vortok, what? It can't be. Space Godzilla!
Oh boy, here we go. So here we go now. Just kick his ass. Fucking hell. Oh my god, that's so loud. Ah, fuck. Shit. No! Get off! Okay. There we go. Okay. That was quick. Put my headphones on quickly.
We've received reports that it was one of Earth's monsters that brought down the Vortak mothership. Our Miku may have been right about them all along. For all of the destruction they have caused over the years, we as a species owe them our continued existence. Humanity and all life on this planet are safe once again from the aliens. Anguirus was there to save us all. Some of us were wise enough to always believe in you.
Anyway. So yeah. Anyway now. That's all for this episode, guys. So yeah, so next episode will be the GDF, aka Global Defense Force. So anyway, bye bye.